Welcome back to Coffee with the Crossing. Hope you guys are staying warm out there. My name is Cody Most, and joined with me today is Jonathan Phillips, Barry Holbrook, and Eric Most. This series is all about having fun and telling campfire stories. Hope you guys enjoy it. Welcome back to Coffee with the Crossing. In this series, we are going to talk about random campfire stories because we really enjoy having fun and just want to have a fun time to connect with everybody and tell stories. So we're going
to... I'm counseling at the moment. I'm sorry. So just don't start with me.
Pastoring doesn't end in the middle of having fun.
Well, the first one is conspiracy theories. So I guess we'll...
I'm going to put counseling on standby.
Yeah. We're going to skip over conspiracy theories. That's, huh?
I've seen Bigfoot. Where we go camping down in Cambridge, there's like 3 of them.
Well,
and one of them's
we
fishing.
Saw Sasquatch when we were golfing.
Yeah, we did. I remember that one.
Staff golf outing down at Curtis. So if you don't know, Sasquatch apparently lives on the Curtis golf course.
Yeah, and there's one at the Cambridge one carrying a fishing pole. So
well, there's one in a field right between Brady and Gothenburg on the interstate.
Yeah, they're all over
the south side.
In case you all watching and listening didn't know, Eric is definitely right now making fun of some of us that believe Sasquatch is actually real.
He is real, and there will be a day where I can laugh in Eric's face.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be hilarious if Jesus came back as Sasquatch? I'm just kidding.
Okay. Came back.
Like I said, maybe we should skip over
yeah, for conspiracies.
Hey, I didn't say it's true. I said it'd be hilarious. Because in that case, I most resemble Jesus at the moment.
That would be the coolest thing I've ever witnessed.
Yep.
Okay. Cody, please get us back on track.
Yeah.
I am going to throw out an announcement. If you are listening, hop onto our Facebook and YouTube channel and comment on what makes you happy. For when we do this series, we're going to toss out a few goodies on what makes you happy. So,
as long as it's not like a car, we're not going to throw a car off the stage.
No,
we might, but I mean,
you
like,
just never know.
Well, I mean, like,
I'm
maybe
prepared
a house.
to see like a motorcycle jump off the stage.
That would be
that
the
would
coolest
make
thing I've ever
everybody
witnessed.
happy to see our pastor jump his motorcycle.
Ride my motorcycle across the stage.
No, jump it off the stage.
Jump it off the stage.
You can't just ride
like,
it. That doesn't make anybody happy. You riding it across the stage. You got to jump.
Hey, if Jen was on the back, she would not be happy. Sorry, I was like, maybe no. She would no.
And also comment your favorite dad joke too, if you want.
Because dad jokes make me happy, as long as they're decent.
Yeah, you got to keep them within
goodness.
the ballpark.
The funniest part of Eric's dad jokes is Eric cracking up over his dad jokes.
Just hilarious. Cracks me up.
Yeah.
It's like Jessica's pants.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
So what is the coolest thing you've witnessed?
What's the coolest thing I've witnessed? So this might go along with one of the craziest things I've witnessed. It was also maybe one of the coolest things. So my college roommate Ryan and I, he had a friend that he introduced to me, and his name was Rob. Rob had Rob had a problem. He suffered from having no fear, and he was an incredible athlete. He grew up in Dillon, Colorado, so right there, Copper Mountain, and he was a downhill skier, but he was just a phenomenal skier. And whenever, we'd ski together, and Rob would be like, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about doing this," and we're all just like, "Rob, that's a terrible idea. You're gonna die." And he would always be like, "You think?" And then he saw this jump, and it wasn't like a jump. It was like a steep hill, and he launched off of that thing so fast that he had to have been 20, 25 feet in the air. And not only did he do one full circle, he did 2 full circles and then landed on the downslope on the other side. And that might be one of the coolest. And it was just a slow floating 720, like not spinning very fast, and just he was an amazing athlete and fun to hang out with. But that was a cool thing to see.
So mine kind of goes along with that, as far as we're on the coolest thing you've witnessed. Mm-hmm. So I didn't actually witness this, but I used to, in college, I worked on a ranch as a ranch hand for a man who was 100% blind, not just legally blind. He could not see whatsoever at all. And after work one day, it was pretty chilly out. He called me into his house, and so we go inside, and I'm helping him do something on the computer, and I notice all of these trophies on the wall and a medal. And so I'm just kind of like looking at it closer and stuff, and then I see pictures of him. He was an Olympic downhill skier, but in the Paralympics. So he's a blind skier. And he got to describe to me like what they would do is he would have somebody that he would actually have a rope tied to, and he'd be holding on the rope, going behind them, skiing down this mountain, and he would do that professionally, like in the Olympics. And I mean that alone was like it blew me away, because that's pretty crazy. But another thing about him that was just one of the coolest things ever is his knowledge of vehicles. So I would be trying to like change the oil or like doing different things under the pickup, and there was some stuff that I wouldn't be able to find, and he would literally just climb down and he would feel where he's at based off of the front of the truck, and then he would roll his way down, reach up, and be like, "It's right here." And I'm like, there's no way he's blind. There's no way. But there was times where I wouldn't believe him, and I would put my hand in front of his face and wave. He's blind. He's completely blind. But it's just like realizing. I mean, that's probably one of the coolest things.
Not one time that he's like, "What are you doing?"
No. And it was weird, but that's one of the coolest things I've witnessed, is actually getting to see how your other senses can be like heightened when you lose a sense. I mean, and thinking about someone who's completely blind doing downhill skiing in the Olympics, like that's just downhill skiing is hard enough. Imagine being tied to somebody and doing it blind. Like that's crazy.
That reminds me, I saw on Facebook this morning, the Huskers put out some memories, and one of the memories was Kenny Walker, 1990. Kenny Walker is coming out onto the field on senior day, and if you didn't know the Kenny Walker story, he was completely deaf, and he was a defensive lineman for the Huskers. And so can you imagine playing football completely deaf? And so all of the crowd learned how to do some sign language, and so it was pretty cool on senior day. They were all signing to him that they loved him as he was running out on the field. So it was really cool.
Thank you for tuning in to Coffee with the Crossing, where we do an in-depth discussion on different topics. If you haven't listened to previous podcasts, I highly encourage you to do so. We have a new episode every Friday. To stay up to date with us, smash that subscribe button and the notification bell on YouTube, and like our Facebook page, The Crossing Fellowship. We'll see you later.